Neither of the two candidates dash selected for the Indian Air Force. Is it were, was, have, are? And the correct answer is was. So the sentence would be, neither of the two candidates was selected for the Indian Air Force. Here the subject is neither. And the verb would be was. If you look at the subject number, it is singular. Now neither of followed by a plural noun. In our case, it is two candidates. Still take a singular verb, which is was. Now the structure would be neither of plural noun and then singular verb. If the focus is on none of them individually. So the correct sentence would be, neither of the two candidates was selected for the Indian Air Force. A team of pilots dash arriving at the Shillong rally site. Is it is, are, were, have? And the correct answer would be is. Now the sentence would be, a team of pilots is arriving at the Shillong rally site. Here the subject would be a team and the verb would be is. If you look at the subject number, it is singular. Now collective nouns are treated as a single unit. So the collective noun, that is singular verb. We are talking about one single team acting together. So the sentence would be, a team of pilots is arriving at the Shillong rally site. Now the captain, along with his airmen, dash present at the briefing. Is it were, are, was, have been? The correct answer would be was. So the sentence, the captain, along with his airmen, was present at the briefing. Here the subject would be the captain and the verb would be was. Now if you look at the subject number, it is singular. Now words like along with do not change the number of the main subject. Here the main subject would be the captain. If you look at the structure, the subject 1 plus along with subject 2 and the verb agrees with the subject 1, which is the captain. Here, airman is the extra info while captain is the real singular subject. The correct sentence would be, the captain, which is subject 1, along with his airman, was, which is singular verb, present at the briefing. Now 10 kilometers dash a long distance to run for the PFT. Is it are, where, is, be? And the correct answer would be is. So the sentence, 10 kilometers is a long distance to run for the PFT. Here the subject would be 10 kilometers and the verb would be is. Now if you look at the subject number, it is singular, that is as a unit. Now sum of money, periods of time or distance are singular. Now the structure would be distance measurement, that is singular verb. The total distance is viewed as one single measurement. So the correct sentence would be 10 kilometers is a long distance to run for the PFT. Either the officers or the commander dash the final decision. Is it make, makes, making, have made? The correct answer would be makes. So the sentence would be, either of the officers or the commander makes the final decision. Here the subject would be the commander. Now the verb would be makes, which is singular. As you can say, subject number is singular. Now, would either or the verb agree with the noun closest to it? Example, either A or B plus the verb. Here the verb agrees with B, which is closest to it. Since commander is the closer subject and it is singular. If you look at the commander, it is singular. We use makes. Now, in order to make the verb singular, we need to add s at the end of the word. So MAKS would be a singular verb. So the correct sentence would be, either the officers or the commander makes the final decision. Bread and butter dash my favorite breakfast. Is it are, is, where, be? And the correct answer would be is. So the sentence, bread and butter is my favorite breakfast. Here the subject, bread and butter, and the verb would be is. If you look at the subject number, it is singular. Now when two nouns represent one single idea or unit, we use a singular verb. So the structure, noun and noun, which is one unit, we use singular verb. You don't eat them separately, they form one single dish. So the correct sentence, bread and butter is my favorite breakfast. Physics dash a difficult subject for many Agniveer candidates. Is it are, is, where, have been? And the correct answer would be is. So the sentence, physics is a difficult subject for many Agniveer's candidate. So the subject would be physics. And the verb would be is. If you look at the subject number, it is singular. Now, name of the subject such as physics, mathematics, civics are all singular despite ending in s. So the structure, subject name and then singular verb. It refers to one single field or study, not multiple items. For the correct sentence, physics is a difficult subject for many Agniveer candidates. Each of the boys dash given a chance to join the Indian Air Force. Is it was, where, are, have been? And the correct answer would be was. So the sentence, each of the boys was given a chance to join the Indian Air Force. Here the subject would be each. And the verb is singular, which is was. As you can see, it is singular number. Now the rule, each refer to individual separately and is always singular. So the structure, each of plural noun and then singular verb. Here the verb agree with the word each, not the plural, that is boys. So the correct sentence, each of the boys was given a chance to join the Indian Air Force. The news of the Indian Air Force recruitment rally dashed through. Is it are, where, is, have been? The correct answer would be is. The sentence, the news of the Indian Air Force recruitment rally is true. The subject would be news and the verb would be is. If you look at the subject number, it is singular. Now news look plural, but it's actually uncountable and singular. The structure here, uncountable noun would be singular verb. We treat information, news as one single entity. So the correct sentence would be, the news of the Indian Air Force rally recruitment is true. 500 rupee dash too much for this book. Is it are, is, where, be? And the correct answer would be is. So the sentence, 500 rupee is too much for this book. Here the subject would be 500 rupees. The verb would take is. And the number here is singular as a total sum. Now sum of money are considered as a single collective amount. So the structure, amount, then singular verb. We are talking about the price as one single collective figure. So the correct sentence would be 500 rupee is too much for this book. The quality of these mangoes dash very good. Is it is, are, where, have? The correct answer would be is. So the sentence, the quality of these mango is very good. Here the subject would be the quality. And the verb would be is. The subject number would take singular. Now in A of B phrase, the verb agrees with the primary noun, which is A, which is noun 1, that is singular, of noun 2, that is plural, would take a singular verb. So it takes the noun 1 subject, which is singular. Now the focus is on the quality, that is singular, not the mangoes themselves. So the correct sentence would be, the quality of these mangoes is very good. Neither he nor I dash going to Shillong rally. Is it is, are, am, was? The correct answer would be am. So the sentence, neither he nor I am going to Shillong rally. The subject would be I and the verb would be am. If you look at the number, it is first person singular. Now with neither nor, the verb agree with the nearest subject, which is I. Now neither A nor B, the verb agrees with B, which is the nearest subject. In our case, it is I. Since I is closest to the blank, the verb must be am. So the sentence, neither he nor I am going to the Shillong rally. Many students dash fail to clear the PFT. Is it have, has, are, where? The correct answer would be has. Now, many students have failed to clear the PFT. Here the subject would be many students, and the verb would take has. If you look at the number, it is singular. The phrase many are is followed by a singular noun and a singular verb. So the structure many are, singular noun, and then singular verb. It is a formal way of saying many students, but it's grammatically singular. Now the correct sentence would be many a student has failed to clear the PFT. The jury divided in their opinion. Is it is, are, was, has? And the correct answer would be are. The sentence, the jury are divided in their opinion. Here the subject would be the jury and the verb would take are. If you look at the subject number, it is plural. It is acting individually. A collective noun take a plural verb if members act separately. The structure collective noun plus plural verb if divided. Now the word divided and there indicate we are treating members as individually. So the sentence, the jury are divided in their opinions. Gulliver Travels written by Jonathan Swift. Is it where, are, was, is? And the correct answer would be was. So the sentence Gulliver Travel was written by Jonathan Smith. If you look at the subject, it is Gulliver's Travels. And the verb would take was. If you look at the number, it is singular. Now, title of the books, movies, or countries are singular even if they end in S. If you look at the structure, title, singular verb. It is the name of one single book. So the correct sentence would be Gulliver Travel was written by Jonathan Swift. Neither the pilot nor the technician the fuel leak. Is it has seen, have seen, was seen, is seeing? The correct answer would be have seen. The sentence, neither the pilot nor the technician have seen the fuel leak. The subject here is technician. The verb have seen. And the subject number would be plural. With neither nor, the verb agree with the noun nearest to it. This is very important. The verb agree with the noun nearest to it when it comes to neither or nor. Now the structure, neither A nor B, which is plural, would take plural verb. Since technician is plural and closer to the blank, we use have. So the sentence would be, neither the pilot nor the technician have seen the fuel leak. The secretary and treasurer present at the Indian Air Force briefing. Is it are, is, where, have been? The correct answer would be is. The sentence, the secretary and treasury is present at the Indian Air Force briefing. The subject here is the secretary and the treasury. The verb would take is. The subject number would take singular. If two nouns refer to the same person, that is one article, we use a singular verb. For example, the noun 1 and noun 2 would take singular verb. As you can see, if two nouns refer to the same person, meaning we use one article, that is the. So the noun 1 and noun 2 would take a singular verb. If it were two people, it would say the secretary and the treasury, then it would take a plural verb. But in this case, noun refer to the same person. So the correct sentence would be, the secretary and treasury is present at the Indian Air Force briefing. Now every man, woman and children protected by the Air Force. Is it is, are, where, be? So the correct answer would be is. Sentence, every man, woman and children is protected by the Air Force. Here the subject will be every. The verb would be is. If you look at the subject number, it is singular. Now, words preceded by each or every take a singular verb, regardless of the list. If you look at the structure, every plus noun 1, noun 2, noun 3 would take a singular verb. Now, every considers the group members one by one. So the correct sentence would be, every man, woman, and children is protected by the Air Force. A large number of candidates applied for the Shillong rally. Is it has, have, is, was? And the correct answer would be have. So the sentence, a large number of candidates have applied for the Shillong rally. If you look at the subject, it is a number of candidates, and the verb would take have. And the subject number is plural because we take have. Now the phrase a number of is plural, while the number of is singular. This is one of very important distinction that you might want to remember. The phrase a number of is plural, while the number of is singular. So the structure a number of plus plural noun take plural verb. It refers to many individual candidates. So the correct sentence would be a large number of candidates have applied for the Shillong rally. The number of vaccine in the Indian Air Force dash limited this year. Is it are, is, where, have been? And the correct answer would be is. So the sentence, the number of vaccine in the Indian Air Force is limited this year. So the subject, the number, and the verb would take is. If you look at the subject number, it is singular. Now the number of refer to a specific total or figure, which is singular. So the structure, the number of plural noun would take singular verb. Unlike a number of, the number of treat the total as one unit. So the correct sentence would be the number of vaccine in the Indian Air Force is limited this year. None of the equipment dash working properly. Is it is, are, where, have? And the correct answer would be is. So the sentence, none of the equipment is working properly. The subject would be equipment. If you look at the verb, it is. The subject number would be singular, that is uncountable. Now uncountable noun like equipment, furniture, luggage, uncountable, always take singular verb. So the structure uncountable noun would take singular verb. We cannot count equipment individually. It is always treated as a singular mass. So the correct sentence would be none of the equipment is working properly. Most of the cake dash eaten by the recruiters. Is it was, where, are, have? And the correct answer would be was. So the sentence, most of the cake was eaten by the recruiters. Here the subject, most of the cake. The verb would take was. If you look at the subject number, it is singular. Now with most, all, or some, the verb depends on the noun following of. If you look at the structure, most of, uncountable noun, takes singular verb. It depends. Cake is singular here, so the portion of is always singular. Now the correct sentence, most of the cake was eaten by the recruiters. All of the soldiers dash ready for the parade. Is it is, are, was, have been? The correct sentence would be are. Now, all of the soldiers are ready for the parade. Here the subject, all of the soldiers. The verb would take are, which is plural. Now, all followed by a plural noun require a plural verb. Structure all of followed by plural noun would take a plural verb. If you look at the plural noun, it is soldiers, which is plural. Now we're talking about many individual soldiers in a group. So the correct sentence would be all of the soldiers, which is plural, are, which is a verb, which is a plural, ready for the parade. So all of the soldiers are ready for the parade. Here, dash the list of documents required for the rally. Is it is, are, where, be? The correct sentence would be is. So the sentence, here is the list of documents required for the rally. Here the subject would be the list. The verb would be is. If you look at the number, it is singular. Now in sentence, start with here or there, the subject come after the verb. If you look at the structure, here, verb, and then singular subject. Here the real subject is list, which is singular, not documents, which is plural. The correct sentence would be, here is the list of documents required for the rally. Mathematics dash essential for the science group candidate. Is it is, are, where, have been? Here the correct answer would be is. The sentence, mathematics is essential for science group candidate. The subject would be mathematics. The verb would take is. If you look at the subject number, it is singular. Now nouns end in ICS, that is mathematics, physics, politics, take a singular verb. So the structure, subject name, singular verb. Even though it ends in S, it refers to one single field of study. So the correct sentence, mathematics is essential for science group candidates. Neither of the two engines dash working. Is it are, is, where, have? And the correct answer would be is. So the sentence, neither of the two engine is working. Here the subject would be neither. The verb would take is. If you look at the number, it is singular. Neither means not one nor the other, which is singular. The structure, neither of, plural noun would take singular verb. It means zero engine are working. So we use singular. So the correct sentence would be neither of the two candidate is working. Politics dash a dirty game. Some say. Is it is, are, where, be? And the correct answer would be is. So the sentence, politics is a dirty game, some say. Here the subject is politics. The verb would take is. If you look at the number, it is singular. General, academic, or social concept like politics takes singular verb. This is very important for you to know. Now subject, singular verb, and then complement. It refers to the general feel or idea of politics. So the correct sentence would be, politics is a dirty game, some say. Half of the candidate dash already left. Is it has, have, is, was? And the correct answer would be have. So the sentence, half of the candidates have already left. The subject, candidates, and the verb is have. If you look at the number, it is plural. With fraction, the verb agrees with the noun in the of phrase. So the structure, half of, plural noun would take plural verb. Since candidate is plural, half of them is also plural. So the correct sentence, half of the candidates have already left. The data dash being analyzed by the air headquarters. Is it is, are, where, have? The correct answer would be is. So the sentence, the data is being analyzed by the air headquarters. The subject here is data. The verb would be is. The subject number, singular, that is collective. In modern English exam, data is usually treated as a singular collective mass. So the structure, collective noun equals singular verb. We view the information as one single set or unit. So the correct sentence, the data is being analyzed by the air headquarters. One of my friends died in the Air Force. Is it are, is, where, have been? So the correct answer would be is. So the sentence, one of my friends is in the Air Force. The subject would be one. The verb would be is. The subject number is singular. Now in one of phrase, the main subject is always one. Now one of plural noun would take singular verb. We are talking about exactly one person out of a group of friends. So the correct sentence, one of my friends is in the Air Force.